Hello everyone, and welcome back to Acupuncture's My Life. Now in today's discussion, which I find pretty interesting, it was requested by Samantha from Los Angeles, California to discuss this topic over a future podcast. You know, we had an extensive conversation, teleconference conversation, and it was about a symptom that she was experiencing over the past few months. Now, she's excited she'd contacted Acupuncture's My Life. And I want to say this. Everyone, when you feel something is wrong, address it immediately. Because again, it's your body giving you a warning sign that something is wrong, something is out of balance. You contact your acupuncturist or you contact your doctor, but take charge of the situation. It's your body screaming out for help, giving you signals. Something is wrong. When you start to experience unusual symptoms, don't sit back and wait a few months, because this disorder can progress to levels that can lead to something, life altering in the long run. It can even take years off your life if you let it fester too long. Now, when it came to Samantha, she was experiencing issues with swallowing, no matter what she ate, no matter what she drank. It was hard for her to swallow the food or fluids. There was trouble with it going down. And difficulty swallowing, is considered or can be a sign of dysphagia. Now, but that's not the crux of Samantha's concern. But, it's good that she, taken the initiative to contact Acupuncture's My Life to discuss the matter. Because, dysphagia in the world of acupuncture, it can be due to, let's say, a constraint of phlegm and qi, where an acupuncturist may look to relieve this constraint, transform phlegm in moist and dryness. It can be due to fluid depletion and heat accumulation, where an acupuncturist may look to nourish yin and generate fluids. It can be due to internal accumulation of blood stasis, where an acupuncturist may look to nourish yin and blood and break up the stasis and invigorate blood. Or it can be due to qi deficiency and yang devastation, where an acupuncturist may look to tonify the spleen and kidney. And that's just to name a few. Nothing's like, this isn't the total list of possibilities. There's many ways that an acupuncturist can diagnose dysphagia, discern the root cause, and look to treat it. If the root needs to be treated, or if the branch needs to be treated. But, to have noticed that you're having trouble swallowing when you try to eat or drink, this can be a sign of a thyroid problem. And via a telehealth conference, that's the first thing that popped out in my mind. Doesn't mean that's the case with her, because she's in Los Angeles and we don't have a clinic in Los Angeles. I recommended she see her doctor and see if she can be referred out to see an endocrinologist to have a thyroid panel done. Because the thyroid, its functions, its vital functions, is responsible for your metabolism, regulation of, many body functions. So when things go wrong with your thyroid, you can face a list of consequences as a result. You know, so it's all about being proactive, because again, health is wealth. And if you find yourself having trouble swallowing foods you attempt to ingest or liquids, consider getting your thyroid checked out. Contact Acupuncture's My Life. You know, we'll give you some recommendations. You know, we've done videos on different thyroid disorders, so forth and so on. So it's like the information is there, and this is again why I'm constantly saying follow us on every social media platform under Acupuncture's My Life, with the exception of Twitter, where we're at Acu_is_my_life. Go to our website to learn more about acupuncture at acupuncturesmylife.com, where you can also subscribe to our weekly newsletter. There's so much to consider. There's so much free information out there. You can also download the Acupuncture's My Life app at the Google Play Store. You know, because we feel great here at Acupuncture's My Life, knowing that we've helped thousands. We've given advice, recommendations, we've treated, we've recommended herbs. You know, we've done so much, you know, for our global community that it's just, this is our sense of elation, excitement, you know. But also keep in mind, you know, difficulty swallowing can be associated with quite a few different thyroid issues. Because you have to think that when a thyroid gland becomes enlarged, you know, it presses up against an airway that sits, it presses up against the trachea, which is the airway that sits in front of the esophagus, which is the tube that delivers the food and liquid to your stomach. And when that becomes compressed, it becomes harder to swallow. You know, thyroid conditions can cause difficulty swallowing. And these conditions can be like, let's say, thyroiditis. Of course, inflammation of the thyroid gland. That's what thyroiditis is. It can also include Graves' disease, Hashimoto's, hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, which all of this is, acupuncture treats that. You know, especially like, let's say, hyperthyroidism. It can be due to chi stagnation and phlegm accumulation surrounding the thyroid cartilage, which can ultimately lead to heart and liver yin deficiency. Acupuncturists know how to treat these disorders. And this is why I say, you know, thinking that acupuncture is only beneficial for pain, no way. This is why we put so much information out there. At Acupuncture's My Life, we see tons of patients with thyroid issues. Just as I've explained or given an example under hyperthyroidism. But what about hypothyroidism? You know, because hypothyroidism, you know, as an acupuncturist, it can be due to, let's say, spleen yang deficiency. You know, where an acupuncturist may look to warm the yang, disperse cold, and strengthen the spleen. It can also be due to spleen and kidney yang deficiency, where an acupuncturist may look to warm the kidney and strengthen the spleen. You know, it could be due to heart and kidney yang deficiency, where an acupuncturist may look to warm and unblock the flow of heart yang, warm the kidney to promote urination. It can also be due to depletion and devastation of yang qi, where an acupuncturist may look to warm yang and transform turbidity, reverse peripheral frigidity, and rescue yang from collapse. I mean, there's so many ways in which, hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism can be diagnosed. It's all based on your constitution, what's going on, in your meridians, what's happening here. And this is left, you would leave this to an acupuncturist to diagnose. But I just threw out a few examples of many ways, many potential diagnoses. Just to let you know, acupuncturists treat these disorders and more. And this is why we put so much information out there to your avail, for you to just look at. And this is why thousands are contacting Acupuncture is My Life to discuss various issues, various disorders that they feel that they're facing. And we work with tons of medical specialists that we can make recommendations, referrals, and of course, if you're nowhere near an Acupuncture is My Life clinic, we can give you a recommendation. See your doctor and maybe discuss this and that along with the symptoms you've discussed with us. Because again, thyroid issues, you let it fester, you let it go on for too long, and you're running into some serious problems in the future. For instance, like Graves' disease or hyperthyroidism are conditions that are generally caused by an overproduction of thyroid hormones. As I've stated earlier, thyroiditis is as a result of swelling of the gland, the thyroid gland. Whereas hypothyroidism is the underproduction of thyroid hormones. Just the same as Hashimoto's disease. Whereas, or should I say, as is Hashimoto's. Whereas this happens when your immune system attacks the thyroid gland, causing damage and swelling, which would then limit the thyroid's ability to produce hormones, period. This is why I say over and over, contact Acupuncture is My Life. Talk to us. If the minute you feel something is wrong, as well as contacting your doctor. Because again, that you know what? Please, everyone, stop what you're doing. Take a seat. Or just even stand still if you can't take a seat, and just close your eyes for a second and say to yourself, Acupuncture is my life. And then open your eyes. Boom. This is how it all gets started. This is why you're to follow us on every social media platform to learn more about how acupuncture can be of benefit to you, a loved one, colleague. There's so much. Because, the issue with the thyroid can cascade into, something huge. And I'd explain to Samantha, also difficulty swallowing, that can also be a symptom of thyroid cancer. Because dysphagia, which acupuncture can treat, is a late symptom of thyroid cancer. rather than an early one. But, an obvious symptom of thyroid cancer can be like a solitary lump or nodule or swelling on the neck around the thyroid area. And some of the symptoms that you can experience as a result of thyroid cancer can include cough, pain in the throat and neck, hoarseness in the voice. These are things, to sort of keep your eye out for, your eyes open for. See your doctor right away. Call your acupuncturist or contact Acupuncture My Life right after that. Because if it is as a result of cancer, you'd want to address this based on your doctor's recommendation and then see an acupuncturist while undergoing treatment or cancer therapy. The synergy between the two is awesome. So many people benefit from it. And then you have other symptoms of thyroid problems. Such as your weight changes, your sensitivity to heat or cold. You could split that down the middle into two groups. One being an overproduction of thyroid hormones, and the other being an underproduction of thyroid hormones, hyper and hypothyroidism. Because if too much of thyroid hormone is being produced, you can experience anxiety, you can experience nervousness, trouble sleeping, irritability. For females, irregular menstrual periods, and also weight loss, muscle weakness, sensitivity to heat, vision problems, tremors. If you're experiencing any of those symptoms, contact your doctor, contact an acupuncturist, contact Acupuncture My Life. There's no excuse. Now, if your thyroid is not producing enough thyroid hormones, you can experience weight gain, forgetfulness, fatigue, and for women, frequent and heavy menstrual periods. You can also experience dry hair, hoarseness in relation to your voice, as well as an intolerance for cold. If you're experiencing these symptoms, I know many of you don't have acupuncturists near you. And we get this a lot when, people contact us from Pakistan, Australia, the UK, India, Canada, Puerto Rico, the Russian Federation, Japan, South Africa, the Netherlands. All over. Ireland. All over. Many of them, I don't know, we don't have an acupuncturist near us. And we have colleagues, we have affiliates all over the world. So we refer to our colleagues, to our affiliates globally. Because Acupuncture My Life is in contact with acupuncturists around the world to discuss what's going on in weekly teleconferences, health-wise. so that we can educate our audience in many ways relative to their health. And we get those that want to travel to different countries, and they'll contact us. You know, what are some herbal recommendations that we can give them to prepare them, you know, for what's happening in that country or what have you. I mean, you know, I'm just being real vague right now, but, you know, they'll contact us. Is there a local acupuncturist in South Africa that we can go to while we're there? Is there a local acupuncturist in Portugal that we can go to while we're there? Is there one in the United States Virgin Islands or South America, Colombia? You know, even in Colombia, we have a colleague in Barranquilla. You know, but just giving you an example. And many feel good knowing that, wow, we can go here and say we were referred to you by Acupuncture is My Life, and they're going to be seen during their stay. We haven't gotten anyone that's gone back home and said, oh, we've had a problem while we were there for a week or 2 weeks, even though they were booked up. They didn't want to see us. You know, we get positive feedback every time. But, you know, I'm saying, again, there's so much in ways you can benefit from acupuncture. Even if you feel great, sit with an acupuncturist, because there's certain things you may be missing. There's certain symptoms you may not have paid attention to as you've aged over time that an acupuncturist can pull your coattail to make obvious to you, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this was wrong or that was wrong. Again, this is why so many people reach out to Acupuncture is My Life, but pay attention to these subtle signs, you know, especially if you're eating and drinking and having difficulty swallowing. And, you know, I'm anxious to hear back from Samantha. We've also referred her, you know, to certain specialists out in LA, Los Angeles, California, and anxious to hear back from her to see how she's making out, what her panels, her blood panels look like, and so forth and so on. I mean, we don't go deep into discussing that with our audience, even though some ask. No, there's limitations. You know, we'll discuss your topic, you know, because you may feel other people are faced with this and have no idea that they can benefit from acupuncture as well. So we'll go over the topic. We do our research before getting into it. But we don't get too personal. And there have been those that wanted us to discuss, you know, blood panels and other things, other tests that were done. No, we don't go to that extent. We'll cover the topic from a general point of view, discuss symptomology, discuss how acupuncture can treat it, and that's it. We hit the brakes from there. Done. We crash the wall. We don't go beyond certain limits. But we're here for you, and we have so much information on our social media platforms and website for you to benefit from. In our next episode, we'll get a little deeper into thyroid issues, because we treat that a lot here at the Acupuncture is My Life clinic in New York City. So we'll get a little deeper into thyroid issues during tea time with Acupuncture is My Life. So everyone, you know, simple signs. Any little discomfort, you can contact us just to talk about it. I understand in some cases, some people say, my doctor can't see me till next week or 2 weeks from now. So you can get the ball rolling by contacting Acupuncture is My Life, starting there. But until next time, I'm going to leave you with this. Acupuncture is my life. What's yours?